Greetings YouTube, and welcome to a video that I never thought that I would get a request to make, but I've been getting comments for weeks about how I need to do what's called a roster reveal, which sounds like a really awkward, like a baby reveal, when like a couple's pregnant and they're like, which gender is it going to be? Yeah, this is probably a lot less expensive actually, even with the shady unit deals. So yeah, I have a 684,000 hero rating. I'm getting close to 700,000, which is crazy. I never thought I'd get to 200,000 when I started playing this game. I remember when I got like to 10,000 and thought that was really big. It reminds me of the first time that I don't know, made a real paycheck and thought that $100 was the equivalent of like $1,000,000, which don't get me wrong, $100 is still $100. But now, of course, that's an Odin worth of money. So yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun to go through and just show you my roster and talk specifically about why I've made the rank up decisions that I've made, because every day, gosh, 9 times out of 10, the messages that I get from subscribers and just people who watch my videos are asking about who they should rank up. So maybe you can refer to this video with some future questions. Okay, so let's just start. You know what? Let's start with the 4 stars. We're gonna stick this to 4 and 5 stars because 3 stars. I mean, let's be real. Who cares about 3 stars after a certain point? All right, so I have made the conscious choice to really stick to champions that I think are both great as attackers and also, most importantly, people I can count on to do great work in the arena, so that not only will I have awesome synergies, but I can count on them to build my streak to the infinite streak, which saves me so much time and gives me so much happiness once I achieve it. So at the bottom of this list is Juggernaut and Hawkeye and Venom. Now, these are champions that I wish they had higher PIs. I don't understand why they're such trash PIs, especially someone like Juggernaut. But, they're really great to fight in the arena. They're never people that I would take, except for maybe Hawkeye, I guess, to rank 5. But rank 4, great. Very happy with them. And if you combine the synergies of, say, Venom and Spider-Man and a surprisingly high PI champion of Electro, you can do quite a bit of damage, and they're usually my round 7 featured arena trio. I have them specifically for round 7 so that when I get to round 8, I can use somebody else. Now, I also combine both Black Panther Civil War and the original Black Panther in a synergy that gives bonus damage for skill champions, and that's where I bring in Elektra. See? Pretty cool. And I also have Gambit, love the PI of this champion, and also freaking Howard the Duck. I love me some Howard the Duck. I still think his Special 2 is one of the most badass Special 2s in the game, and I know there are people who get Howard the Duck and they curse like nothing else, but I don't think Howard the Duck deserves to be a curse. I think he's a pretty fun champion to play, and I'm going to stick to that, even if I'm like the only YouTuber that loves me some Howard the Duck. Still don't have him as a 5-star. I would love to get him as a 5-star. That would not be a miss in my book at all. But once we get up past there, by the way, I stick my Howard the Duck with Rocket Raccoon for an additional synergy bonus. You have my 27 rank 5 4-star champions. It is crazy how many catalysts and just how much time and energy I put in these champs. But Wolverine, another champ that should have way higher PI. No idea why his PI is so low. Kabam, stop disrespecting Wolverine. Wolverine used to be a pretty disappointing champion, but I feel like they really ramped up his healing at some point, because I remember thinking, man, Wolverine kind of sucks. And then all of a sudden I was like, man, I got to get myself a Wolverine. And Wolverine's one of those champions that Kabam didn't give me for like 2 years. It was Wolverine, and it was Crossbones, and it was Captain America World War II. Just would not give them to me. They're like my current 4-star versions of Blade and Gwenpool, sadly. I guess Medusa you could add to that list. But Wolverine, if you have Wolverine, you got to rank 5 him. There's no other 5-star or 6-star option. Wolverine is only available as a 4-star right now. OG Cap, highly underrated. Love this guy. The block proficiency through the roof. Age of Ultron Vision was the only Vision in my collection until very recently, and still someone that I could count on, especially against everyone's seemingly most common Alliance War computer-generated matchup, which is Cable. Age of Ultron Vision and especially the OG Vision are going to be your top choices to fight Cable, because you can nullify that power gain. And when I say nullify, of course, I mean drain it while stealing it for yourself. This is the 4-star Punisher, someone that is a trophy champ, but also I really like playing with Punisher. If you screw up and you get like a Thor special 3 or a Black Widow special 3, and suddenly you are stunned until death, with a high enough SIG level, you can almost count on that extended life at the end, and that could be the difference between moving on to the next round of the arena or starting over. So you want a champ that you have some leeway when it turns to death damage. OG Daredevil, still one of my top 10 favorite champs. In fact, I should do a top 10 favorite champs video because you might be surprised who's on it. Hell, Howard the Duck might even be on it. I love OG Daredevil. And now that OG Daredevil is available as a 6-star, that's freaking awesome because the 5-star just skipped this guy. The only champ in the game that has a 100% opportunity to evade all projectiles, so you can count on just relaxing when you are dodging. Wish his damage was a little higher, and I realize that's the number one complaint for Daredevil, but still, against the Collector and so many other fights, he is my MVP. And he's also somebody who on my Map 5 team I take almost weekly. Miss Marvel was one of my original Map 5 OG beasts. She was like a poor man's Angela before Angela. And by poor man, I guess I should mean poor woman. Her damage, the more that she gains power and you store it, she is amazing. She is the best suicide mastery champ that I can think of, her and Captain Marvel, I guess, because you can just build up that power and then make sure that they get down. And if you've got definitely the best masteries for assassination, that helps as well. And then I would just take off 85% of the damage and not lose any health when it came to suicides because she's poison immune. And then I use the special 3 to end the fight and never get that recoil damage. Love that Kabam actually changed recoil to where you don't get it until after the special has been achieved. Scarlet Witch, the original OG true God of God tier champs. But now I still bring her in Alliance War attack in Map 5. Alliance Quest attack in Map 5 every single day. Against Groot, against Sentinels, such an incredible force. It is time for a 5-star Scarlet Witch. I made that rant earlier in the week. She deserves it. Scarlet Witch, everybody. Hulk, I wish that you could do that damage before you get down to 25% health, but still great. Ultron, highly underrated. Wish they hadn't nerfed him a bit, but it's Kabam. X-23, not as good as Wolverine, but pretty darn close. Captain America, World War II. Superior Iron Man, amazing PI, much better than the regular Iron Man. And then we've got all these God tier champs. Just boom. Iceman, Hyperion, Ghost Rider, Archangel, Dr. Voodoo, Medusa, Spider-Man, my girl Quake, who I still put for utility as a God tier champ. Thank you very much. And I'm soon to be hoping in mid-May, Blade on this list. That would kind of be the hope in terms of completing my 4 stars. So, yeah, I could spend more time. I could talk about the demigod greats like Rogue and Doc Ock and Agent Venom and Angela and Thor and Black Widow. Basically, if they're demigod or god tier, rank them up to rank 5. You'll be glad you did, especially for the arena. All right, let's go to the 5 stars. I have a really interesting 5-star roster. I have a bunch of trash that you can see. I did do a video, and it is at the front of my homepage, of 23 5-star crystals. One of the most opened 5-star crystal video on YouTube. And the number one comment I got from that is, man, your luck sucks. And you know what? For the most part, it pretty much did in that video. But you can see that a YouTuber like myself still gets really trash luck most of the time. So hopefully that makes you feel better about yourself. All right, Black Panther and Unstoppable Colossus. Of course, Unstoppable Colossus is only available with loyalty. Netflix Daredevil and Spidey Gwen. Haven't awakened either of them and haven't wanted to. Ant-Man I've opened twice, though. Punisher I got from the Uncollected Arena Crystal. Still can't believe that. Cyclops, Venompool, Black Panther Civil War. Luke Cage, please let me get my second Luke Cage soon. Storm I love to dupe as well. King Groot, one of just the worst champions to open. I hate fighting King Groot. I do not take pride in fighting King Groot, especially in Alliance War. But just one of the most... Groot and King Groot are such trash attackers. I feel like I'm getting a root canal whenever I fight with them in the arena. Hulkbuster, pretty close to root canal as well. Old Balls Logan. Opened that guy like 35 times as a 4-star, but only once as a 5-star. Nebula, that was a great miss. Red Hulk, great miss. Thor Jane Foster, such a disrespected champ. I don't know why. I'll take her as a good miss. She-Hulk, Fiona Shrek herself. Somebody that if you get a parry off and then a heavy can be pretty good, but not somebody that's ever going to be anywhere close to the other Hulks. So she gone. Iron Man dupe, pretty cool. Might rank him up to rank 3 at least sometime. I don't know. Iron Patriot, sure as heck I'm not going to do that with him. Gambit, Iron Fist, Beast. I duped my Beast recently for the first time and wasn't really sure how to feel about it, but some of you out there love yourself some Beast. So, okay, I'm happy with that. Satan herself, got her twice, maybe even 3 times. I don't know, I blocked that out because it was a terrible, traumatic memory of my life. Green Goblin, can't wait to dupe him. Vulture, I've opened twice. Falcon somehow was more powerful than Vision in the new Infinity War. Someone explain that to me in the comments. Karnak, never going to rank him up. Don't want to do 2 separate Catalyst types. Rhino, I love fighting with Rhino. Highly underrated, one of my first 5 stars. So is Winter Soldier. Captain Marvel, hits like a truck, but needs to be awakened. Dormammu, fantastic. Magneto, okay. Cyclops, okay. Rogue, fantastic. And now we get to the top of my 5-star list. My rank 3s. Yondu, love him. X-23, one of the best. Juggernaut, I still think highly underrated. You're guaranteed for that unstoppable at the start of fights. If you want to do a Legends run, bring yourself a Juggernaut and just guarantee in the first few stages of heroic instant deaths. Ronin, totally fantastic stun. Voodoo, I realize is pretty trash unawakened, but I've gotten him to rank 3 just in case I awaken him immediately. Yellow Jacket, highly underrated champion. Love him. Always seem to call him a her, so I'm finally thankful for the gender I got right. Guillotine. So thankful I got Guillotine up to rank 3. Gwenpool, as some of you know, I was debating between Gwenpool and Hyperion and who to rank 4. I just ranked up Hyperion. I think I made the right decision, but I still love Gwenpool so much that it was not an easy decision. So thanks to everybody who commented and fiercely debated that. Ultron. At this point, I really don't use Ultron except for Alliance War defense. So if there was ever rank down tickets again, which probably is never going to happen, but hey, in a perfect world, I would actually take the tier 2 alpha away from Ultron and probably give him to Gwenpool. Magic, best power drain champ in the game in my book. And somebody that I bring into a Lion's Quest attack map 5 every time, and she saves me so much. And then the top 3, Star-Lord, Iceman, and Blade. A lot of people in their hunt and quest for Stark Spidey significance have kind of thrown Star-Lord under the bus. Stark Spidey still takes, even with the Blade synergy where you start with 3 poise attacks, still a decent amount of time to evade. And I'm sure I'm not the best Stark Spidey fighter in the world, but every once in a while when I'm trying to dodge back, the enemy gets too close, and instead of dodging back, I get hit. And Stark Spidey doesn't have a regen. It's not like he's Blade. So I would much rather just parry and then combo and build that combo up with damage. So I think, as sacrilegious as this is going to be to some people, it's more fun to fight with Star-Lord than Stark Spidey. Hot take of the day from Prof. Hoff. Iceman, someone that I'm debating whether or not to make my second rank 5, but in a perfect world, I'd open Stark Spidey and then make him my next rank 5, because not only is Stark Spidey a Alliance quest and Alliance War and questing god tier as terms of attacker, even though I just doted about Star-Lord, but Stark Spidey has an absolutely incredible PI for prestige. And then there's Blade. Gotta love him. Such a great decision for rank 5. I get questions every day. Should I rank 4 Blade, or I don't care about who else you're asking. Yes, I don't care if he's awakened. Yes, just if you have a Blade, rank him up immediately. It will always be the best decision that you've made all day. So that is my roster reveal. Again, kind of feels like I'm bragging about a birth, even though I'm a male and I can't technically get pregnant, at least not that I know of. But there you go. That's my first roster reveal. Might do one in 6 months. May never do one again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching YouTube. And as always, thanks for supporting my channel. You're the reason why I get up every day, and I'm happy to do what I do, because my students lately, if you saw the trash I've been grading during finals week, let's just say it's Satan herself, Kamala Khan level bad, and some of them are going to be retaking my classes in T-minus 3 months.